I've always wondered about the lifespan of a nationwide hit song, the lifespan of a hit song. And please, I said nationwide hit song, not the song that pops up in Lekki or in the hood and you like it, because a lot of people think the song they like is the song that is a hit song. Well, that's a conversation for another day. Anyways, and I did some findings, a little research. I mean, thanks to Turntable charts, and Turntable charts helped me to look at these streaming platforms and the radio spin and the radio play to understand the lifespan of a hit song in Nigeria today. I mean, Turntable charts says a song peaks in popularity within the first 10 to 12 weeks. Some songs beat these odds, right, and stretch it for like up to 35 weeks. I mean, so which means on average 10 to 12 weeks a song is really buzzing, right? So over the course of those from 13th week to maybe to 35, there are a lot of things that are happening. Probably more production, probably more promotion, probably more engagements, trends, like those TikTok engagements. Probably those things happen. So I look at it like, okay, so if a regular hit song based on maybe let's say Turntable charts, they do weekly charts, they do after a month. For those who don't know, Turntable charts is like the Billboard chart of Nigeria, and I think a lot of people should really take it serious because it's more of a tool that helps us understand Nigerian music consumption, the numbers, and of course this is not a paid ad, right? I would have loved to be paid, but it's a good product. So anyways, so for 10 to 12 weeks you have the real hits, right? So some songs beat those odds and they stretch it so long, probably like 40 weeks or so for the chart and for streaming on those popular DSPs, which are like Spotify, Apple Music, Audiomack, Deezer, Tidal, and others, right? So some of them, they say like, it's according to them, right? Those songs reach their peak stream within like the first 3 months, which means the first 3 months there is madness. People go back to it to stream it to stream, right? And after a while, it just dwindles and it wins. The power of it wins. Doesn't mean that it does not have like shelf life. People still go back to listen to these songs, right? But the influx of people going there to listen, it reduces after like probably the first 3 months. I mean, only a few maintain that crazy momentum where after a period of time, people still listen, go back to play it. Probably this happens more with albums where in an album of like 12 songs, maybe there are 3 songs that keeps bringing people back. That's more or less that's like the shelf life of music or an album, so to speak. So you have few songs who beat those prediction of like 3 months. Then you look at radio plays. On radio, each song tends to like dominate airways for like 3 to 6 months, which is if it gets to 6 months, it means it's really a big record. So some songs have done more based on trends, right? Some even goes to like a year based on promotions and let's say trends. I mean, songs like Buga and let's say for Rush too, I think they are like an example of songs that are being requested on radios where people keep going back to it and they play it. And I look at those observations, which is like the peak popularities of these songs, right? 8 to 12 weeks. And you look at the major hits can be on the chart for like 35 weeks. You look at the highest streaming volume. It's mostly like 3 months. So you look like it's looking like this is not how it used to be before, right? Let's, for example, Damiduro, Davido's song, or even Femme. As at 2020, Femme was a diss song to, Burna Boy. It wasn't released like an official diss song, but a lot of people knew Davido was talking to Burna Boy, right? And the song went from a beef song to like a protest song during the NSAS, right? Which stretches the duration of how hot the song was. So a lot of these songs, let's say from like 2021 to like 2024, as we speak, only a few songs can remain a popular hit and get mad airplays for let's say 16 months or 2 years. which used to be, which is very, very interesting to me, because back in the day, I don't mean to sound like back in the day guys, right? We are in the future. We look at, we don't need to look much into the past, right? But there used to be a way these songs retain sustainability, where the song still remains relevant. I don't know if I'm able to pass this message very well, because I've been looking at it for a while now, and I've been wondering why are the lifespans short? And here are the few things that I think about it. You look at the duration of music being released, you rarely see 4-minute songs, right? Which is, if you put your song out, a 2-minute song, a 2-minute 20-second song, and people like it, they tend to play like 5 times more. But if the song is 4 minutes, there's a chance that the people who don't listen to it 2-3 times, or they don't listen to it like 5 times, which means it adds to the streaming numbers. So you look at the mechanical, I'm calling it mechanical now because it feels like there has been some sort of like analysis as to how numbers can keep growing in terms of streaming. And I think streaming plays a lot of part. When you look at the impact of streaming and the impact of radio, I think streaming now is more revered, even though I don't think streaming makes that much money unless you have astronomical numbers, right? So looking at it again, I'm still thinking, probably because of the duration of these songs, and also the streaming element added into it, and also the level at which artists record songs. How many songs? Let's take the notorious Kiss Daniel, for example. Just look back. So at the time of this recording, this is June, right? So you look back from June to like December last year this is 2024, right? You look back to December. How many songs of Chris Daniel? I'm sorry for this. So how many songs of Chris Daniel have you listened to? How many has he released? Yeah, has he released how many body of works? Maybe they are doing this to amass amount, no matter how much numbers they want to get, and just run away with the money, right? So they don't really care about keeping the hit song hot for like a year or 2 years. So maybe that's the best solution. This is about what I think. I believe it's not impossible to work strongly on promoting a single, right? Even if you are dropping another one. I mean, some drop songs and they just move on. I mean, you can still drop a song, you push it to the maximum limit, even though you are releasing another song. Because you look at how many songs an artist can drop in a year, and they just move on from it, even if the song has potential to even break into the international market. Because you look at the level of promotion that happened with Essence, and you can draw a line between the popularity of Essence and the impact it had on Made in Lagos, right? So you look at the other tracks and you look at their impact. Not to say these songs are not good. I have my reservations about the album, but then one of the biggest albums from Afrobeat. So maybe this formula is what works for them. I just think it's not impossible to push songs that you feel has the potential to be bigger, and you just drop it and you go to another song. But let me guys know. I want you guys to tell me what you think about it. So yeah.